to a new FTOG modpack that's not quite your norm. This is Quantus. No, not the Australian airline. This one spelt with a U. Now, we're here in the spawn chunks, as unfortunately I wasn't able to make it to the first day, as initially we planned it for Sunday, but had some issues with the server, which meant it had to be postponed to the Monday when I was working. But, oh well, I did record the audio for the intro, so while I make a run for the spawn village, I'll let Thor explain what's going on, and then I'll catch up with you on the other side.
Before we start, I've got several pages of duck poetry I'd like to read to everybody.
Alright, and next is Archie Shaw. Hello everybody, Torgal here, and welcome to Season 5 on FTOG. We starting this today, and it's going to be on a new mod pack we put together called the Quantus mod pack. It's a little bit different than what we have played in the past. It is somewhat a kitchen sink mod pack, but it is era-based, because the whole idea behind it is, how many times have you guys played on a server, and after only 2 weeks, some people are already bored that you play with because they already have quintuple ore processing and they're done, and they never show up again. So we said we're going to set up eras. There's 8 eras. We're starting today with the coal era, and a lot of mods are blocked until we open up the era. So for example, the coal era is gonna for us last 1 week. Next weekend we're gonna kill the Ender Dragon pretty much in vanilla style, because that's all we have available. And then we move on to the Iron Age and so on, which opens up, for example, then Tinker's Construct, Tinker.io, Iron Chests, Storage Drawers, to name a few, and so on and so on. I don't want to go through all the eras. You can read up on it on the modpack description, or the peeps will tell you in their videos. Now, important is that even though some mods are blocked, there's a few items that are craftable from the beginning. So, for example, actually additions doesn't open up until tech or industrial era. I forgot now. So that's 4 or 5 eras down the line, but for example, something like the crafting table on a stick, which is a useful tool, is allowed from the beginning, and other things like the sound muffler from extra utilities and so on. But I don't want to list them all. I'll let the people do that.
Okay, so we've made it to spawn. Yay. Actually, it wasn't too eventful, which is always a good thing. This is basically it. We're playing on amplified terrain, so I'm on top of a tree at the moment, and as you can see, there is some very large terrain going on. Which actually looks quite cool. There's a building down here which is got our basic setup just for to get us working, and access to the mining age, which we have as a separate world. And people will be building around this area. There is a small world border just to keep us all contained and not do too much exploring in the overworld. And of course it is raining, which doesn't help me do. We do have some extra things here. For example, we've got this extra book here called Druidity Day 1. And look, it stopped raining. So we're opening this up. Welcome to Druidry. Druidry is still a work in progress, especially 1.9 to 1.10.2. I received several messages about this version not including the guidebook, so here is a quick book for those who are curious. Some things to do on day 1. Hit tree leaves, beer handed to forage for supplies. After foraging, a leaf will begin healing itself. Again, hitting it at this time will break the leaf, so basically hit it twice. That's not too bad. Punching logs by hand is not only silly, but no longer necessary. You can make an axe with sticks and flint. You won't even need a crafting table. Oh, look at that, we can actually get an axe just by sticks and flint. That's rather helpful. Haven't made an axe yet. In fact, I've just done the run. The flint axe is easy to repair. Just combine it with some sticks or branches. There are a lot more foods available early on now. Killing animals for food is entirely avoidable. Instead, try frying some eggs or even roasting seeds. You'll find a snack cows are also useful for delicious cheese. You can also now collect milk from wooden bowls. You can even skip the flint axe if you want. Build planks with branches and sticks to never cut down another tree ever. You can even skip the flint axe if you want. Build planks with branches and sticks to never cut down. Planks with branches. Okay. If you want to skip the use of furnace, you can try the new campfire block. It's crafted with 4 branches, so it doesn't require a crafting table. Probably a lot more things. Have fun. Okay. Some useful information there. We've got, of course, the materials in you and our oak boat that we used to get here. However, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go scout out a new location for a base. I have an idea in mind, so I'm going to probably be a bit picky, especially with this great terrain that's around here. So what I'll do is I'll go off and do that, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, so I have actually found an interesting little place. It was along the way of getting here. Which I thought would do perfectly for what I'm planning in this season. We'll just head over here a little bit, and you can see it's actually between 2 very large mountains there. I probably won't use the whole mountain. I'm planning on building something in between, but hopefully it works out alright. I have done a little bit of resource gathering, well, a little bit of gathering of stuff. I picked up some coal. Which was hidden in the mountain here, and as I said, came in from spawn this way, so looks like someone left a nice little ladder, which makes it nice and easy to get up. However, if we go into here, you can see that I've started digging into the hill there. So it's a small area. But I think it should have a large potential for what I want to do, and there's still room above for other people to do stuff if they want to. And I'll probably end up taking both the bottom of both mountains for what I want, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do now though is I'm actually going to try and make a little bit easier tunnel to get through to the other side, to spawn, because currently it's quite a long-winded process to get there. As you see, it's 158 meters to the village. So I'm going to try and dig into it. I have started a little bit in that little hole there, but I just need to verify that that's going to come out where I want it to. And once I've done that, I'll come back and show you what I've started on. So we're back soon. Okay. So, I mentioned about, well, I think I mentioned about the mining world being separate. This is the little spawn area we have. And I just need to eat something. Apparently we click on the button here and it will take us there. Just fix up some of these health issues I've got. Okay, so let's go and see what happens, and boop. Okay, so this is the mining dimension, as you can see. Button will return us. Oops. Button will return us back to the area, and things like the sky stone from applied energetics will spawn here. So we should be able to leave, hopefully. And of course, I'm here for a reason, which is to get some resources, because I've dug the tunnel out, but I actually would it looks a bit bare at the moment. So I'm going to go find some resources, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm back from the mining world. This is the tunnel that I've been digging out. That goes between my little area that I picked out and the spawn village thing. I've got a bridge here because there's actually a big dip in here. Yes, it's made of cobble, but that'll change once I've worked out what material I want. There's various bits of cobble around, as you can see, which I'll probably swap out. And I've been playing around with ideas for the design in here. Besides the colouring of the stone stairs by Quark, I'm not entirely sure I like the design the stairs give. Having this area widened did help. I think it's given a bit more interest to the room rather than just having a big long hallway, which is what I started off with. And of course, I've decided I'm going to put some of these oak wood shorings, I think they're called, on the sides, just so that something's holding up the room. Otherwise, of course, this could collapse any time. However, there is something that I was looking at the recipes for, which I thought would be quite cool to add in. So what we want to do, it's from a mod called Architecture. This one, I think. Yeah, this is it. So we need 4 plus a stick to make a circular saw blade. The large pulley system, which requires some planks, which apparently I put away. That's not helpful. Oh, something said about planks. Was I dreaming that? Sure, there was a way of doing planks. Just have a look. Planks. Planks. I'll have to go grab the planks. Give me a second. Just run down here. I didn't realise how far it was until I actually dug this out and have to keep running back and forward. Of course, I'm working it at the other end there, and I've just got my storage here. So we'll grab some jungle wood. And do. And we'll also grab that just in case. And there's a blink in there as well. Let's be a little more efficient than that. Okay. Try that again. Run back over to here. Some beach. I'm not going to be using this as a long-term source of food. It's very slow. And I ran out, so... okay, so... we should now have the ability to make planks. I'll use the jungle wood because it's easier to use. We were making this guy, I believe. And of course we want to make a pressure plate, which is pretty standard. And then into there, like that. So that gives us a architect's saw bench, which if we place it down here, there's quite a cool texture to it. Looks very manual. But if we go into here, you can see you can choose various different layouts. So we've got roofing types. I got rounded designs, classical designs, little capital portion thingies. You got your windows. You can have window corners, window frames. You got railings. So if you're building staircases, which is quite cool. Some various other things such as the inner parts of the stairs, the outer parts of or the corners of the stair. Your stairs, all those various different things. What we're really interested in at the moment is this guy here. I'm thinking if we use that there with our oak wood. So we'll grab this. In theory, we can place that there. It's definitely a cool effect. Not sure I really want that one though. I wonder if we can reuse them. Can we reuse them? Put them back in there? Or once it's sword, that's a pain. Not a problem. We can try something else. Let's do one of those. And maybe that one? Or that one. Let's try this one. Kind of had an effect to it. Yeah, I don't know. Should we try the other one that's there? This one here. These ones here I think will be too much. Let's go over to here and replace it. That one there. Ooh, now I like that. I like that a lot. Let's put it over here too. That. Oh, very nice. That adds heaps to the room. Cool. I like. Okay. I think I'll put some more of these in. I'm not sure about these stone stairs to the side, but that definitely adds some interest to it, doesn't it? The other thing I was thinking about doing, let's go into here. And one of those, and one of these should give us our chisel. And let's see what options we've got for cobble. If I remember correctly, stone itself doesn't have anything great. We can test that though. What's on stone here? Andesite, diorite. Why would anybody want those? Mosaic maybe? Let's try that. Oh, and my pick broke, which is the reason why I actually came back from the mining world, because my pick broke. And I didn't really want to replace it, so let's make another one. Let's just go and replace one of these. Which one was it? Chiseled stone? No, I don't like that. It's very white in comparison to the normal stone, isn't it? Now, of course, that might just be the Sphax texture pack clicking in. But let's zag maybe. Well, that's not too bad. Very subtle, but not. No. Okay, so let's go down the original path. Oh, that's stone bricks. Stone. Let's go back to stone there. Let's try going cobblestone. Cracked cobblestone? What's that look like? Nah. Can you hit it yet? No, doesn't look like you can hit it again. It's a shame. That was a cool feature. The replace blocks. So let's go back. That's not too bad. Let's randomize this a little bit. How's that look? Yep, that could be quite cool. So what I might do is I'm going to run along and just do that the whole way along. Like I'll probably, as I said, I'll replace all this with stone, and then maybe make the odd one of these into the cobblestone that I'm using. I've got my hand here. These bridges, of course, are temporary. I have to change them around. Just go find a design I like. So looks reasonably good, I think. These little bits do come out reasonably good. I have tried it going up and down so the grain fits a bit, and it does improve the look of the arches, but then the whole thing looks out of place and looks like it doesn't look like it's holding anything up. It looks like it's just pushing things up, which isn't really what we're after. But otherwise, I think it's come out pretty well. The floor with a little bit of cobblestone in there does make a minor difference. I've also replaced the cobblestone walls or cobblestone blocks that I had with walls, and that's given it a slight improvement. Haven't decided if I leave the cobblestone here or not. And I haven't done much else with the room beyond that. So I think it will do. I think I'm also running through low on time. So I'm going to end the episode here. Leave a like down below if you think you'd rather see this series or the Avant 3 series continue on. The series that gets more likes will probably be the one I spend more time on. Although at the moment neither of the Avant 3 won't be stopping because of course we've still got that project to do. But we'll have a go at this and maybe alternate the two around. However, if you've enjoyed the episode, do remember to hit that like anyway. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or want to know more about the pack or anything I covered in today's episode, leave a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, have a great day, and see ya!